Hello everyone, so today I have a DB replay. I want to start uploading to this channel a little bit more, so here is one of the matches I had recently that was pretty good. I was on Swordsoul and my opponent was on the new Albaz support. So this stuff is pretty interesting. He had a really broken new fusion spell, Paradise branded fusion, which allows them to fusion summon using materials from the deck. So makes the deck a lot better. They can also use Light Hook Sealed Fusion to turbo out Dragoon with just the branded fusion. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm going second into this board here with Swordsoul. It's definitely doable. I have talents in hand to deal with the Dragoon. So I'm going to start with the Vishuda here, because Vishuda is amazing. And we go for Vessel, +2, +1 I guess. But yeah. Bounce back the fusion. It doesn't really do anything on field, but I don't want it in graveyard, because it gets you a search in the end phase. So I start with Moye, he negates it, and I take control. Since Dragoon was not summoned with normal monsters, you can't use the pop effect. So I didn't do that. Here I was thinking about whether to go for Baron or Chengying. Decided to go for Chengying because obviously it doesn't have Nibiru or anything in hand. So yeah, we go for Adara to get Vishuda back, follow up, and then that also lets me use Chengying's effect and damage 2. We can go for Monk, summon back Paye, go for game. So game 2, my opponent will choose to go first here. I do have both Ash and Emperor. I'm definitely going to Ash the branded fusion, otherwise he gets both fusion on board and Dragoon. Rather not. Here I make a big misplay. I forgot that the Ecclesia is main phase only, so I should have just impermed it during the standby phase or draw phase, and this made a huge difference. But hey, it's more fun, I guess. We go for Vishuda again. I don't know what super poly targets he has in his extra deck because I don't know it. The deck too well. I didn't realize you could do that. Yeah, this one can also use a link monster, any link monster. So, yeah. It also has a non-targeting banish effect, which is pretty cool. That you can use once every other turn, I believe. Yep. And if I know I saw this card in the past, the Mercurier, whatever it's going to be called at the TCG. I totally forgot that it existed though, so it kind of screwed me over here. So I can't negate this, or my negation gets negated, I guess. So then I go for Tai. Standard Swordsoul stuff, you know. Then we use Ashina to go for Vishuda. Then for Tai. And now I go for Baxia. I want to spin that one back to the extra deck, because I wasn't sure if it would activate in the end phase, but I believe since it goes to the extra deck, as my opponent said, the extra deck isn't public knowledge, I guess, so it doesn't activate. Kind of like Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. So, and then I'm 200 short of game. Unfortunate. And so he gets the Ecclesia mandatory effect since he has a fusion in graveyard now. Now he has a chance to still win this. Tijao is unfortunately not going to help against the Ecclesia since it tributes for quick effect. Now he goes for red guy, and he can try to go for Dragoon, and I have to stop this, of course. Then he can go for Ecclesia, then go for basically Super Polylight here. So, yeah, so this one can... yeah, it's Albaz can fuse using both players' fields. So yeah, now situation turned pretty badly against me, just because I didn't use the Imperm in the standby phase. I mean, draw Dracula, that's not going to do anything. So yeah, I got one more chance to top deck something good. I don't think there's anything they can see. So yeah, now we go to game 3. I get to go first again, and to try to go for Protoss here. And yeah, my opponent has a hand for going second. I'm gonna leave the Desire to try to bait the Ash. But he doesn't ash me there. So I assumed he didn't have one, but you know. So now I can just go for Moye. You can try to play it safe, I guess, and not try to play into Nib, but you're gonna pretty much screwed if I don't. So I'm gonna go for Long Yun here. The Chinese do allow you to sometimes play through Nib if you get hit by it. So here he doesn't drop it, so I know he doesn't have it, but put the Baron for the negate. And I do already have the Blackout in hand. And here you didn't ask this for some reason. We get Protoss. I don't know if you forgot that he had Ash, or you knew that these 3 cards would destroy my board, so you would save it for follow-up. Yeah, I don't know if calling Dark is the right call here. Maybe Light because of the Ice Blade one. I think that one's Light, isn't it? I don't know, I just wanted to keep P on field. So he goes Dark Ruler, alright. Sometimes you get Dark Ruler. Okay. Then he hits me with Lightning Storm, and I'm like, oh. That was a misclick. You can't activate it there, so. Then he goes to Battle Phase. I'm like, dude, there's no way you have... Are you shitting me? You have all 3 of those. So, I banished everything except Protoss. I figured this one gives him the most pressure to have to get rid of this one. So I can just nuke his field if he doesn't. And it'll lock him out the following turn. So yeah, this one is Light. I didn't know this one existed, honestly. So I called Dark. So this is the one I was thinking of actually. This one was Light. It does the same thing as the red one, but it shuffles. But he can't go for Dragoon here or anything because yeah, he's locked out of Darks at least. So I guess this is why he kept the Ash, so he could try to stop me on the follow-up. I was reading this one to make sure it didn't have a quick effect. Here I go for Arjuna. I'm gonna try to go for standard stuff here. And I figured with Adara I can, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, and I have to use Long Yun or Moye in hand. I'm sorry, Long Yun, because I already normal summoned. But since Protoss just says it has to be first be normal, or first be special summoned from the hand, I can actually revive it with the Sacred Summit. And since he controls the light, that's perfect for me. I do have to sacrifice my Cheese out here, but it both turns off Nibiru and gets rid of his board. So now I can almost not lose. It'll be very difficult. So now he ashes me, I guess. Alright, if you want to. But I'm gonna burn for 12, and here my Changing is at 4,800. So, end up winning there, but good game.